Hey, what's up, everyone? This is me, Dre. I just want to make this video because there's news coming in that there was a shooting at Umpqua Community College in the state of Oregon. Now, the shooter, and really not a lot has been disclosed. It has been identified that there were 20 people that were injured, 10 fatalities, and of course the gunman killed himself. They said the gunman had about 4 firearms, like 3 pistols and 1 assault rifle. Names have not been released. The identities, of the deceased have not been handed out because investigators are still looking into the matter and contacting the family of those who were killed. The identity of the gunman has also not been released. No photos, nothing. So we don't know exactly what triggered this. In the meantime, there's going to be a cry for gun control, similar to what happened in Charleston, South Carolina, when Dylann Roof went into the black church and killed the 9 people. There were cries for gun control then. Back last year, around May or so, Elliot Rogers, son of the assistant producer for the Hunger Games, he went on a shooting spree and killed about 6 people and then took his own life. And the father of one of the deceased gained national attention because he was crying for gun control. Now, for this, and I've said this in several of my videos, the cry for gun control whenever there's some sort of mass shooting like this, it's, I think, a little bit misplaced because I see it coming. I'm not trying to say that guns should just go freely on the street, but at the same time, the constitutional right to bear arms, and of course you have the laws here, especially here in Texas where they have open carry law. Thus far, nothing's ever happened as far as any type of altercation with open carry law here in Texas, and some sort of senseless act of violence. Not that I've heard, but gun violence is going to happen whether the gun is obtained legally or illegally. You take the guns away or try to minimize the legal method for people to get guns, people are going to find an alternate method to circumvent that law. It's how it happens. That's why you have the violence on the street, because there are unregistered guns. But for those who are obtaining guns legally and there's a background check and there's nothing indicating that they're going to snap, you can never predict that. So there's a loophole to that. And this could be an example where this person, and someone said that it was out of character for the area. So chances are the gunman didn't have a history of violence possibly, although it was also mentioned on a news report, because I went to CNN.com, also went to HuffingtonPost.com, and it was mentioned that there was a discussion between the gunman and other people on social media. So this is something that was premeditated. But through all this, and people might take this the wrong way, but fuck it. With all this that's happening, you don't hear the All Lives Matter movement saying anything about this. So I've made videos about Black Lives Matter, and this isn't trying to put race behind this, because once again, we don't know the identity of the gunman. But when people try to retort and say all lives matter, where are these voices for something like this? If all lives truly matter, then someone is going to speak out about this gun violence here in Oregon. And again, someone said it was so out of character for the area, but at the same time, if this was in an urban community, would someone really give the attention? That's the question. So I'm not taking anything away from the lives that were lost. My deepest sympathy goes out to the families of those who were killed today. I think it's a cowardly act anyway whenever you decide to take a gun and go into a large area where there's a high concentration of people, and because you have some sort of issue, you want to take it out on them. I have an issue with Adam Lanza, even though he killed himself. Jared Lee Loughner, James Holmes, Dylann Roof. When people go into a public area and just decide, hey, I'm pissed off for whatever reason, let me go ahead and take a few lives, I think that's the most cowardly bullshit. But I'm not going to sit there and cry for gun control, because it's not that it's going to fall on deaf ears, but the truth is the government cannot stem the flow of guns on the street, no matter what method, no matter what legislation is passed. People are going to find a way to get guns. At the same time, speaking out as outspoken as I have been about violence and things happening in communities, I've also been an opposer to this quote-unquote all lives matter movement, because if that were true, then people would be more sympathetic when you have unarmed black people getting killed by the police. And that's the reason why I can't say I'm all for the support of Black Lives Matter, but I understand what the movement means. And when people say all lives matter, then the lives that were lost today should matter, and someone should speak out on that besides myself. Anyway, if you like this video, I hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook. Peace.